Now we're going to do a little redstone wizardry here. Wizardry. What up, guys? Profe Pablo here, Spanish teacher turned Minecraft engineer. Today we are going to be doing a very special project. That's right, people. We are making a cherry wood farm. This farm may look slightly complicated, but I promise you it is not. In fact, I didn't design this thing. My pal Old Rusty designed it. He's kind of like the engineering genius. And then I just kind of cleaned up the redstone. He's a genius. I'm a cleaner. Old Rusty and I wanted to get this to you guys as soon as possible. To get this farm to work, all you have to do is come over here, stand right here, place a cherry sapling. The tree grows with bone meal, and once it grows, it gets pushed back into this giant cubifier right here. An Olay flies around and collects all your saplings and brings you those. The farm works really, really well. Occasionally, you will get a random piece of wood that gets stuck there, or sometimes over in this area. If that happens, you just press the reset button once, sometimes twice, and everything goes back to normal. You can always tell when there is wood stuck because when you plant the cherry blossom, it will not grow. So if that's happening, press your reset button, and again, everything should be good to go. I had a ton of fun working on the redstone on this build, but enough chit chat, let's get going. Before we go any further, I'd like to tell you why you should subscribe to this channel. Oakman says, "You're definitely not the best YouTuber, but there's something about this that makes me love your channel. Thanks for the support, Oakman. I think. Like the video, comment below, or subscribe. Or do all three." Alright, the first thing we are going to do is put some coarse dirt right here. I know, my texture pack makes everything look a little different. This is coarse dirt. By the way, this is the trailer RTX pack from therealsourcepack.com. Then we are going to place a dropper facing that coarse dirt, just like that. Place a solid block of your choice right like that. Place an observer facing like that, but you need to leave a gap here because we're going to place another observer just like that. That activates our dispenser. This is our bone meal dispenser. And to turn it off and on, we can just place a lever like that, flip the lever off. Next, we are going to skip a block here and build up 5 muddy mangrove roots. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we are going to take sticky pistons, place those facing this way like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, those are facing the muddy mangrove roots. Then behind those sticky pistons, we're going to have other sticky pistons going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. Now you're going to need some observers facing away from this row of sticky pistons. Now I could have laid them down first, but to do that, if you want, you can lay temporary blocks like that, and then just get real close to those blocks. You have to almost be at eye level for this to work. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you can break your temporary blocks. And another set of sticky pistons facing in towards these observers, just like this. That's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Now you will need some obsidian right here, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, that's behind this row of sticky pistons here. And now we need to set up the redstone for this set of pistons. To do that, we are going to break this block right here. And we are going to lay down a redstone torch right there, like that. Then we are going to place a block on top of that redstone torch, like that. Put another redstone torch here. Place a block on that, like that. Redstone torch, block. Redstone torch, block. Redstone torch, block. Just like that. Now you'll notice this torch tower starts 1 block underneath, and in fact, if you wanted to make this a solid block instead of grass, that way you recognize it's part of your build, you can do that. But it starts down here, and it just alternates going up like that. Now we're going to put a solid block back there, and we are going to run redstone like this all the way around over here to this piston. Then we are going to put a block there. See, it blocks this hole here, so you put it on top of your redstone and run your redstone this way. And do the same thing, run your redstone dust like that. And we need to do that one more time, right there, running blocks. Then we run our redstone just like that. Now over here on this side, I'm just going to break this block temporarily and place another block so that I know it's part of my build. I'm going to place redstone here, block, redstone, block, redstone. Now what this is a double piston extender. So it extends and retracts. This will help push our cherry wood this way. Now to test this bad boy, what I'm going to do is throw a lever down here so that we can test it. All right, if it completely retracts and completely extends, then we did it right. See how it extended past the dispenser? Let's do that one more time. So that means it's going to push the wood this way, so it's working. Okay, one tower complete. Okay, now that we're here over by our dispenser again, we are going to place a comparator here, solid block here, and then we are going to place observers facing that solid block like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the start of our next tower. Okay, we need sticky pistons coming over here. We're going to place 1, 2, oops, they all have to be facing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Then we're going to do another set of sticky pistons right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then normal pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the redstone on this piston tower is a little bit different. We're going to go 1 here, and then 2 blocks there. We'll take 1 redstone torch, place it on the inside of this block over here. There, it's easier to see it on this side, just like that. Place another one right here. And then place redstone dust right there. Then over here, we are going to place a block here on top and 2 redstone dust, just like that. Then we're going to start our zigzag thing. We're going to place a redstone torch there, smooth stone right there, redstone torch here, 1, 2 blocks, block there, redstone dust, and that's it. Take a good look at this redstone real quick. And as long as your pistons are extended, you should be good. Again, we can test this out by throwing a lever here, flip it down. And then if you flip it on and see that they extended all the way, then we're good to go. So Tower 2 is now done. Let's move on to Tower 3. Now for this tower, we're basing everything off of our dispenser here in the middle. We're going to come this way, 1, 2, and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticky pistons. Then we will need obsidian behind those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we are going to be doing our redstone torch tower just like this. Block here, redstone torch, block here, redstone torch. I think you get the idea. We're zigzagging all the way up. And as long as all of your pistons are extended, you should be good to go. Now we need to connect these 3 towers. So let's start with this 3rd tower. We're going to place a redstone repeater down and put it on 2 tick delay. 1, 2. Then we need some redstone dust right here. Then we need a block here, redstone torch right here. That should retract all of your pistons. And then another repeater going into this block. Now we need another block here And everything is going to be going off of this block right here, which we are eventually going to connect over to where our trees are planted. Then I'm going to place some repeaters down on this side of the block, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Redstone dust. And then come over 1, 2, 3 repeaters. Block, torch, repeater pointing that way. Now that should have retracted these pistons, but we have to set some of these to delay. You need 4 of these at full delay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's take this block and connect it back over here, and then we will connect this tower over here as well. So on this block that I told you about, this one right here where the repeaters are pointing out of it, you're going to come to this side and dig 2 blocks down. And now that we're in this trench, we are actually going to dig back towards the center of the build this way, just like this. You are going to do that all the way over until you reach this tower. So you have this trench that goes from here all the way over here. Now you're going to break this block here, place down a redstone torch, just like that. Then you will need a repeater, and then redstone dust going under these pistons until you get to this block right here where this comparator is attached. Then you need to raise up the level of redstone. And it will stay raised all the way over until this tower right here. So I put down some blocks, and now I'm going to run the redstone this way. And actually, to keep these from connecting, we are going to place a repeater going in there and a redstone torch right here. That should retract everything. If it didn't, go back and check your redstone. Now we are going to place a button right here. And this is our reset button, and this is a good way to test this build. If you click the button, these pistons should go first, and then these here, and then those should push the cherry that way. So let's see that one more time. Yes, it worked. Now these I feel might need to be delayed just a little more. If you see that, just add a couple delays somewhere. Let's try again. Yes, that works. Perfect. So I added one more repeater of full delay. Okay, now I would say we could try it out, but we actually can't yet. You see all this block right here? This is actually moss. This moss helps prevent the cherry blossom from growing all over the place. So we're going to start here on top of our dispenser and come back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we are going to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we are actually going to take our moss block and fill that in. Just like this. It's a wall of moss. Boom. And then we're going to put some back here as well. We just don't want any mistakes. So we have this wall of moss there. And now we're going to do the same thing over here. Now our first one would start here, but we have a block in the way. So we're going to come back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then actually on this side, we're going to come up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then just fill in the blocks you can. You can't do it on the button, obviously. Okay, so we have this thing going on here, these two walls. And now from this part of the build right here, if we come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks and place one there, this is kind of our center moss. You'll notice it's one right above this level here. And then we can come back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then just build that up to the level of these. And then on this opposite side, we're also going to come back out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and build up that wall as well. And then we can actually connect this one over here. And so you're left with kind of this cross-looking structure. And now we're going to make this kind of 5x5 block moss thing here. So if you fill in the corners here, just these top corners, that makes a 3x3. And then if we fill covering this corner and this one like this, just like this, now we have a 5x5. But that's one layer. We're going to come up 4 more layers. Now, you can bring the corner of this thing down 2 more blocks, 2 more rows of blocks. So you need to come to each corner and just fill it in so that it goes flush with this row here. We're doing that on each corner. And now I'm going to add 2 more random blocks. Now they seem random, but what these do is these block the leaves from growing so that you can have continuous growth. So I'm going to place 1 block right here. And this is kind of like right above where I stand. So this comparator straight up, boom. And then over here in this opposite corner right here. So you have your dispenser here, follow it all the way up, come to the left right there. I just noticed that leaves tend to grow there, so I added those 2 random blocks. Okay, now we're ready to try this bad boy out. So you're going to need lots of bone meal, and if you need bone meal, I have plenty of farms on that. Add that in, flip this lever so that it starts. Oh, and you know what? We're actually supposed to have moss coming all the way down above the comparator as well. There we go. All right, now we need our cherry blossom. Plant one. It grew. And it got pushed this way, so we're off to a great start. Now remember, if it grows the random logs here in the middle, they'll stop growing. Just like that. And then you just hit the reset button once, sometimes twice. You can't have any logs there in the middle. Perfect. Okay, and now we need to make the cubifier for this. So to make the cubifier, you simply come back to where this moss is over here. So your logs are coming this way. And we're going to lay down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pistons like that. Then we're going to take an observer and lay down 1, and these are facing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to need other observers facing out. Now, you're going to have to break the moss wall to get to that spot. So we're just going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Replace our moss. And then over here on this middle row, we are actually going to take this block skip and then place down pistons. These are a lot of pistons. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we need 5 rows total of this. I know that's a lot of pistons. This will definitely be worth it, though. Now we're going to do a little redstone wizardry here. Wizardry. We're going to run blocks here. So that's on that second row. And then here. And then right here on these last pistons, we're going to place observers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to extend these by 1 block and then come this way and then add another row. Do the same thing over here. So 1 more block, come this way, add another row just like that. Now, the wizardry that we are doing is we're adding 3 repeaters, 1, 2, 3, and then delaying this one 1, 2 ticks. We're going to do that on each layer that we can. So 1 here, here, and here. Delay this 2 ticks. And do this on the bottom row as well. There, there, and there. 2 ticks. Okay, now we just need a lot of redstone. We're going to go like this. Connecting the redstone there, there, and there. And then we're going to run the redstone all along these rows here. And the way that you can check to see if this is working is lay down a block of your choice here and see if the piston extends, but it shouldn't repeat. It should only do it once. Now that bottom one's kind of going off a bit. I guess we could always delay everything one more time. Yeah, let's change those to full delay. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Now to get this thing going, we need an allay. I mean, you don't have to have an allay. You could walk around and collect the saplings. But having an allay and giving him a cherry sapling and he'll go around and collect those for you, it's the best way to go. And then this is the best way to test it out, is you just lay down your saplings, make sure that everything works. By the time these logs get all the way over here, they should start cubifying this way. And again, if your cherry sapling doesn't grow, it means that there's logs in the way and you have to press this button either once or twice. And all the leaves kind of make this farm really, really pretty. Plus, our cubifier is working. And eventually, you'll get so many cherry logs that it will look like this. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this farm. Please go check out Old Rusty's channel, as he is much better at these things than I am. This is version 1 of this farm. Old Rusty and I are going to be working on version 2, where it automatically does it and you don't have to press that button to reset everything. Or we at least want a pressure plate or something to make it more user-friendly. Let's give it one more fly around. I'm Profe Pablo, and as always, thanks for watching.